SCP-173, cross-referenced from the SCP Foundation files. It's important to note first, SCP-173 must be watched when people are present. It is to be kept in a locked container at all times. When personnel do have to enter SCP-173's container, no fewer than 3 may enter at one time, and the door is to be re-locked behind them. At all times, 2 persons must maintain direct eye contact with SCP-173 until all personnel have vacated and re-locked the container. The Foundation have skirted the human rights issue by their policy of using death row inmates for all their dangerous tasks and tests. Occasionally these inmates have made mistakes which have resulted in various deaths, but by using these people already tossed away by society, nothing of import was lost. The origin of SCP-173 is currently unknown. It appears to be constructed from concrete and rebar with traces of Krylon brand spray paint. SCP-173 is animate and extremely hostile. The object cannot move while within a direct line of sight. Line of sight must not be broken at any time with SCP-173. Tests have shown the statue to be indestructible. Attempts to destroy it have been inconclusive. Even extracting fragments of the statue in order to determine the material composition of the rock-like material have been exceedingly difficult. Prior incidents have determined that SCP-173 isn't teleporting or translocating itself from spot to spot once the line of sight is broken. It simply has the ability to rapidly accelerate and decelerate when not exposed to human line of vision. Personnel assigned to enter the container are instructed to alert one another before blinking. Object is reported to attack by snapping the neck at the base of the skull or by strangulation. In the event of an attack, personnel are to observe Class 4 hazardous object containment procedures. Personnel report sounds of scraping stone originating from within the container when no one is present inside. This is considered normal, and any change in this behavior should be reported to the acting HMCL supervisor on duty. The reddish-brown substance on the floor is a combination of feces and blood. Origin of these materials is unknown. The enclosure must be cleaned on a bi-weekly basis. Letting the material build up has led to breaches as the material constantly degrades the durability of 173's container. Chemical tests have shown the substance to be highly toxic. DNA tests have revealed inconclusive data as to what animal the blood is from. There is no match in nature. This substance is the reason why SCP-173 needs to be constantly monitored. Attempts to isolate 173 and keep it locked away from human interaction have failed due to the way the substance eroded every container 173 has been placed in. New policy has the cell being cleaned on a frequent basis, despite the great risk to the cleaners. Attempts to bury SCP-173 have ended with the statue eventually digging itself out and escaping toward human population centers without fail. A failed effort was made to isolate 173 on an abandoned barren island as well. As with the attempt to dig, 173 simply swam into the ocean, once again toward the nearest population center. It can be assumed that despite it having painted-on eyes and ears, it has other senses available, ones that allow 173 to track living humans and dispatch them with extreme prejudice. When having broken free of containment, SCP-173 can be detected by the sounds of scraping stone on stone that precede its arrival. Capturing 173 is pretty simple in execution. It requires a full team of at least 5 to 6 operatives. When an operative needs to blink, they will announce it before doing so in order to prevent SCP-173 from moving. The operatives will then use a containment box to capture SCP-173 and return it to its containment chamber. After that, the team will need to go into quarantine as they would have been exposed to the toxic brown substance. Left untreated, there is a strong chance of infection and necrosis of the area exposed to the substance.